Remember this, guys, in the land of the lazy, the competent will be king. Welcome to another episode of Self-Employed Success Secrets, Wednesday edition with me, your host, Marcus. On today's episode, we're going to be talking about why you should train. Training is important. As the famous Navy SEAL David Goggins said, we don't rise to our level of expectation. We fall to our level of training, okay? So stay tuned to the end of the video. I got a surprise for you at the end. If you watch it, this episode is gonna be a little bit different, so keep watching. Bye. On a previous episode, I talked about how winners train and losers complain, okay? And that is true. And on today's episode, we're gonna shake things up by talking about a winner who is very familiar with training and winning. And we're gonna be doing a self-employed success secret study of Arnold Schwarzenegger, okay? He was a bodybuilder, he was a politician, he was a movie star. I think my favorite holiday movie is Jingle All the Way, where he fights with that little toy for his kid, okay? And this is what Arnold Schwarzenegger said about training. He said life is about reps and sets. He who does the most reps and sets wins, okay? Reps and set. Remember, your repetitions are your reputation, okay? Whatever you do all the time is what you're going to be known for. So how are you gonna train yourself, okay? Are you gonna train yourself to have a good attitude? I'm gonna tell you a little secret about a good attitude is that the only thing more contagious than a good attitude is a bad one, okay? I want you to keep that in mind. Train yourself to have a good attitude. But as we sit here on the Wednesday version of this channel, which is about continuation, I want you to continue to train yourself in ways that you need, that you know that you're currently doing right now. If you're training yourself to go to work every day, even when you don't want to, you're disciplining yourself, that stuff is good. So how does this relate to being self-employed? It relates because let's say you're a mechanic and you're doing the same thing every day. You're learning about being a mechanic and you want to help people. And remember, based on what Earl Nightingale said, if you want to be the best in the country at what you do, all you have to do is spend 1 hour a day studying it, training yourself over 3 years, and you'll become an expert at it. If you spend 1 hour a day studying your field for 3 years straight, you'll be in the top 5% of the people who do that. Let's say you're a brick builder, or let's say you're a florist, okay, whatever the case may be. If you spend that time studying, you can get better, and you'll get to the point where that training will help you, okay? And this leads to my next point. Arnold Schwarzenegger did a lot of good stuff. He trained, he disciplined himself and got what he wanted from life, which is where discipline will take you. But one of his downfalls was that he had an affair with his cleaning lady in his house, and she had a kid with him, and that led to his divorce and a lot of bad things, okay? So this goes back to my next point, is that I want you to tune into my Saturday channel, as you can see on the photo, where we'll be talking about things to consider. And on this week's edition, we'll be talking about the 7 deadly sins and how I want to give you an acronym to help you remember the 7 deadly sins so that you can stay away from them, okay? It's the things that there's more things we need to be aware of, and then we have things to add to us that are going to help us, okay? Your strengths will only take you as far as your weaknesses will allow, as I talked about on previous videos. So I want you to just keep that in mind. Stay tuned for Saturday. But back to what I was saying. Okay, how does this relate to being self-employed? And how does this help you to train your mind, okay? Why should you want to train, okay? I'm gonna give you 3 reasons why you should want to train, because it builds endurance, okay? And life is difficult. One reason why it's difficult is because you've got to do the same thing over and over again. It can be long and arduous and just very mentally taxing, okay? By training yourself voluntarily, your spirit, your mind, your body, like I try to work out 3 days a week, you're gonna help yourself to endure, okay? You're gonna create mental strength for yourself, okay? And let me tell you something. I want you to be strong enough to be like, hey, this is gonna help us, all right? But back to my point about how is this gonna help you to be mentally focused, okay? Why is it worth your time to train? Like I said, endurance is gonna build mental strength. It's gonna help you build future capital in what you're doing, okay? Let's say you're you're a project designer or a project manager, okay? If you're getting better at your craft all the time, if you're training, like I used to play basketball. We used to train, it's called practice, every day. And then the game would come, okay? I wanna give you another secret is that you wanna have a hard practice and an easy game. You're either gonna have a hard practice and an easy game, or an easy practice and hard game. The game is when you go to work, okay? Don't work hard, train hard, okay? Do not work hard, train hard. When it comes time to go to work, it should be easy because you train so hard for it, okay? I want to just help you today in explaining that fact to you, that these things will help you. You got to always be ready for what's coming on the horizon. Okay, if you're always training and building your skills up, you know, when layoffs come, when furloughs come, when a bad economy comes, you'll be ready for it. This is one of the reasons why you should want to train yourself and do it every day. Do something hard, you know, be ready so you don't have to get ready, sort of thing. So I just really want you to keep that in mind. That training is worth your time. I want to ask you today, how can you train? What's your industry that you can train yourself in? Like, I read about investing every day for 15 minutes. I'm training myself, my mind in that area. I read about accounting every day for at least an hour. How are you training yourself? As Martha Stewart said, one of the top, you know, most prolific entrepreneurs of all time, she said, you got to be an expert, a material expert of what you're doing, okay? People who are looking to hire people who know what they're talking about, okay? And just, you want to specialize in that area, okay? Now, this leads to my next one, a little surprise for you. Here's my closing point, okay? The tiger and the lion, I want you to hear me on this, okay? When I talk about you wanting to train yourself, I want you to train yourself like a wolf, okay? Let me tell you something that's very interesting I came across. It said, okay, look, this is what it says. The tiger and the lion may be more powerful, but the wolf does not perform in the circus, okay? Physical strength matters, but mental strength is more important than physical strength. A tiger and a lion are more powerful and stronger, physically stronger than a wolf is, okay? But a wolf isn't domesticated, okay? It doesn't let its mental capacities to be intruded on, okay? I don't want you to have your mental capacity be intruded on either. Be a wolf in how you go about training, okay? Embrace training, embrace something hard every day that's gonna help you, okay? You want to have that mental strength. You want to be building future capital for a better future no matter what happens. This is the power of training, and you don't get complacent. There are so many benefits to you just training and putting that time in, okay? Remember, in the land of the lazy, the competent will be king. In a world full of just lazy people, be different and train yourself to be competent. Remember, your competence will become your confidence, okay? And lastly, as always, unsuccessful people that make decisions based on their current situations. Oh man, I don't feel like training. I'm stuck I like my current job. I'm gonna keep things comfortable. I'm not seeking to expand or grow or be different. But successful people, you hopefully make decisions based on where they want to be. Make decisions based on where you want to be. Train, go home, sleep, and then wake up and train some more. Okay, bye.